Oh, I mind. I don't mind doing it solo, but Timius wants to tag in as well.
No, Tessero. It's
Alright, so just you and Timius, Jaden?
So it's a tag team gangbang, right?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, just you and Timius, Jaden?
Yeah, but Demi's
gonna be in the background, just in case like one of these guys needs to
take
leave.
over. Demi can take over for Timius if Timius is not here.
Jamal, was that the reason for ban?
Alright.
Islamophobia?
So let's get
That's what
started.
we said.
Jade, are you ready to make your opening statement?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. I've listened to this whole argument for like a solid 30 seconds, and there's no further discussion. I don't know if you're gonna say the moral issue with me being Islamophobic. They're pedophiles. No. There's just xenophobia, right? It's Islamophobia. It's just generally like not accepted by Discord's terms of service. So it does not matter if you're gonna like do some weird like, subjectivist argument. It's just against TOS. That's it.
Alright, the defense, do you want to make your opening statements?
We simply don't see why he should be banned.
What?
We simply don't see why he should be banned.
Just told you why it was a banned thing. Like it's a break of TOS. Like holy fuck.
So you guys want to make any arguments against?
Can you
Where
hear
is
me?
that in
'Cause
TOS?
all I heard was he thinks it. Heard was him
Oh,
saying
they said
that-
where is it in the TOS?
All right, so I'm gonna get it for you, but this right. If you're so fucking confident about it, go call like some Muslim in the politics server. Go do it. Go call them like a sand nigger. Go do it right now. If you're so confident it's not to break a TOS. I want to see your will.
Send me the link.
I'm gonna get the TOS. I'm gonna get the TOS, bro. But go do that if you don't think it's a break of TOS. Whoever the fuck said that. Go do it. Go call.
No, Jade, send me a link to a server.
You know.
Okay, so this is the terms of service: defame, libel, ridicule, mock, stalk, threaten, harass, intimidate, or abuse anyone. Is that what you're referring to, Jade?
Hold up, I'm lagging right now. Hold up. Okay.
Hold up.
Islamophobia.
What is this?
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I think Jay's lagging. Hold up. So, can we get a chat where we can post?
There's a scans and
good now?
calcs chat. You can post anything in the scans and calcs chat.
Which
Alright.
one? Okay, scan calcs too.
Wait, can you guys hear me now? Am I good?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Alright. So, like, because I actually did this, like, 2 days ago, right? I reported this guy named Shamos because he was using slurs. So, it's a matter of, like, if you're homophobic, right, you're gonna get punished. If you're racist, you're gonna get punished. So, if you're gonna get punished for being homophobic, I don't understand why they won't punish you for being, like, Islamophobic. Like, there's literally a point where if you, like, make the report, right, it'll ask you, like, okay, like billing or whatever, like terms of service, and then whenever you go to like reports, right, it'll say harassment or ban evading or anything like that. So when I clicked harassment on Shamos because he was saying things that were homophobic, right? I personally don't care, but it's a break of TOS. So I don't understand why they'll let they won't let homophobia in, right? They'll like fuck, no, you can't say that, but it's fine for you to just be Islamophobic. That just doesn't seem consistent with Discord's like terms of service.
And to add to that as well, if you check the scans and calcs chat, one of the Discord community guidelines is that do not organize, promote, coordinate servers around hate speech. It is unacceptable to attack a person or community based on attributes such as their race, ethnicity, national origin, sex, gender, sexual orientation, religious affiliation, or disabilities. And in your syllogism that you claimed is a joke, you directly try to conclude that all the Muslims are pedophile based on the prophet being a
that's the
Hadith of
implication there. It's implicit you're saying that because you're saying that the prophet or like the model citizen of religion entails that just some random person that's in the religion is Islam, like is a pedophile. So you are generalizing. You are implicitly saying,
And on top of that, you change your name to, was it Faxed is Islamophobic? Was that what you changed it to? Can someone clarify?
This isn't like. And
yeah, he
it's
did
not
change
like,
it to that.
Okay.
And it's not like this is just. Yeah, and it's not like this is just like, oh, it was just a joke or something, right? If I jokingly go into a server and I just start to say a bunch of racist shit, that's not going to save me from a ban, for one. And for two, this is not the first time that this has happened. There's a guy named Nikkei in the server, who I'm not going to say I'm completely innocent, right? But I was bullying him. Not bullying him, but, like, I was arguing with him, right? And then Faxed literally would sideline. He'd, like, even David. They'd, like, sideline and they'd change the server to, like, some, like, Muslim shit. They would make memes about, like, Muslims being terrorists, and, like, they'd post bombs. Because, like, other people did it, like, Faxed bandwagon, like, as well as that. But, like, David also was encouraged by several members to even, like, make the chats, like, pages of the Quran. Like, this server isn't exactly, like, Islamophobic, like, or anti-Islamophobic. Like, this is not the first time Fax has done shit like this.
Yeah, and you by changing your name to Fax is Islamophobic, you're directly promoting that view, which is by definition is an actual extremist view that, and you're promoting basically harassment or hate crime against a Muslim. So by that alone, you'd be banned through 2OS. And there are a lot of servers that have been completely destroyed through supporting neo and Nazi views and stuff. So this is no different than those cases. You have broken TOS and your ban is 100% justifiable.
This wasn't unexpected. Like, we literally knew that you were just going to, like, go the route of, okay, prove it's in the TOS. Because you wanted us to go through some, like, big fucking text Bible and, like, get one piece of it. It was not that hard. But they can go ahead unless you have nothing else to say to me.
Yeah, I'm done. That's it.
Alright, go ahead.
So you said that under the stances of satire or parody, even if it's for comedy, that it doesn't matter.
Yep, it's still
What'd you say?
bannable through a Discord. It's still bannable. He said
Oh,
under
satire?
the,
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
if I satirically say that, like, I make fun of your race or anything. That doesn't change anything.
it's still bannable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still bannable. Discord.
And you would agree
doesn't-
that we should keep our bans consistent, right?
What'd you say? Sorry, there's a fucking...
You would agree that we should keep our bans consistent, right? If Fax says this stuff and we ban him, then somebody else who says something that is also prejudice, then they should also be...
Sure, but I don't think that's relevant.
Okay, hold up. If you're going to if you're going to rely on,
I know
the
what they're gonna go. Timius, it's fine.
yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I'm just gonna make a point here, right? If you're gonna
we can
rely
entertain
on
the equivalents they're gonna make. It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead. Okay. So
sure.
what about it? Who are we supposed to ban now? What is it? What's your argument?
I mean, Jade, I can't testify this, but I'm sure plenty of other people, but don't you consistently call people retards?
Again, I've literally we've already acknowledged that this is an argument you're gonna make. So if you want to say that I should be
Acknowledging
banned
the
from
argument is going to be
wait,
made doesn't discredit the
I
argument.
already acknowledged this argument. I'm already responding to it. So if you're gonna say that I should be banned because I called somebody a retard or something, right? Which I've already been reported for and it's already been dismissed. Like, I literally got an email back from Discord. Even if you wish to say, okay, then you should be perm banned from that or some shit, right? That does not, like, okay, just because there's another fucking rapist on the scene doesn't mean that he's not, like, a murderer or anything. Sure, you can just ban people other than that. I'm not saying it's necessarily...
Wait, so are you trying to say that it's not an
I'm
equivalence
not done,
because
I'm not done.
retardation is lesser or
No,
something?
you asked me a question. So
I'm asking you
I'm
to
not
extrapolate on the
necessarily...
point.
Wait. I'm not necessarily saying that the judgment of him... I literally brought this up before he even spoke. I'm not even saying that the judgment of him being banned is necessarily consistent with the other actions David has taken. I've openly said that some of the shit is retarded. Like, I think a lot of people aren't innocent because a lot of people were also making fun of Nikkei for being Muslim, right? It doesn't matter, right? So it's just the case that if you're trying to say that it's not consistent, that doesn't change anything. He's still Islamophobic. If you want to say it's not consistent, go ahead. But I'm not accountable for whoever's inconsistent or consistent. It's still a break of TOS.
Yeah. The issue here is if you're going to argue from inconsistency of that position within the server, that doesn't negate the fact that Fax still broke TOS. Whether the owner of the server is consistently applying these rules to everyone doesn't disregard the fact that Fax got banned because he broke TOS. As long as that is proven that he broke 2OS, then his ban is 100% justifiable. The only way you'd be able to negate this ban is somehow justifying that Fax did not break the rules within 2OS.
Yeah, so just holding us accountable for the inconsistency David brings upon to the server. That's his own fucking stupid thing that he's done. That's not us.
It doesn't somehow magically negate the fact that Fax broke TOS.
Yeah, there's like
So do you-
15,000 messages of
so,
people saying
yeah.
like negative.
Do you guys have anything else?
Where'd you guys post the TOS?
Scans
In
and
the I
calcs.
posted in the scans and calcs. Yeah, it's the community and guidelines, and if there is any breach of those, Discord has the right to instantly terminate your account.
Have I actually played League before? Oh, you're talking Austin, sorry.
Wait,
Fuck
someone
is
did hold up.
this?
I'll post it again.
I've actually played League before.
Okay,
Who's
but
this?
wait. So this is discrimination against Islamophobia by the generalization of pedophilia, right?
I didn't even understand what you said right there. That was
Yeah,
not
you
concise.
cut
Try
out.
again.
So
Yeah.
he said you're Islamic, therefore you're a pedophile, and that was a generalization of the religion, so that was an attack, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an attack on
attack
character
So-
because of,
personal community.
yeah, that's
so
an
is
attack
the
on.
attack just that he
Yep.
generalized?
Well, that's an
No,
attack
no.
on character because you're like generalizing religious affiliations.
Yep.
Okay,
And you're
wait,
also
so
attacking an entire community, so it's not just character.
wait, but generalizing, isn't that just a form of categorizing?
Yeah, what?
Isn't
That
that
doesn't change. That doesn't change anything. If I'm generalizing the ideologies of a religion and I'm taking one part of it and then I'm using that to attack your character, that is me using your religious affiliations.
okay? This is
attack
what I was
you.
trying to get to. I was
That is
just
in the
Let me
community
ask-
guidelines. Okay, you can talk whenever you're spoken to. Let fucking Mock speak. Like, holy shit.
So I was just trying to get to this. I was just trying to point out that you are saying that there is a negative connotation of the word pedophile, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so would that not be an attack on someone's sexual orientation?
Do you want to say that? Sure.
So by saying that he is attacking Islam, you yourself would also be attacking pedophiles.
You're making
Because-
the same argument again. I already told you, even if you want to say that I'm inconsistent, that does not change the fact that he is still a bad person. If you want to put inconsistency or consistency upon me, again, that does not change the fact that I never claimed I was this consistent angel. My point is just that he did this. This is bad. There you go. If you want to say I did this, this is bad, that's fine. But that does not change anything. That still doesn't make what he's saying good.
Yeah, and the main issue here is his syllogism, right? The conclusion was that every Muslim was a pedophile, right? Through the Prophet being a pedophile, right? Which I don't believe it even follows. It's a complete non sequitur to begin with, but
Plus-
it still beats its 2OS, which is attack a person or a community based on attributes such as their religious affiliation. It's still directly
Plus,
breaching
we're not even
2OS.
using it. We're not even using the fact, like, even if we entertain this fucking argument of, oh, it's inconsistent, right? Even if we entertain that, like, we're not even using the fact that he's a pedophile to say, oh, he's a bad person. I definitely could argue with you about that, right? But it's just simply, if I'm a pedophile and I'm on Discord, I'm gonna get banned. I'm literally just gonna get banned. If I go on and I start acting like a pedophile to, like, random fucking 5-year-olds, and I'm like, what,
Whoa.
45 or something? You think that they're just gonna be fine with that? Even if you think, oh, it's inconsistent of them, this is a hate crime, bro. It doesn't matter. You're not fucking you're not Discord, dude. It's just gonna get fucked. Do you have any other argument?
Geese had something you wanted to say.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
before we go into Gios, no. I want this cleared up. Are you done arguing with this? Or are you gonna now sideline with whatever Gios says?
No, he is not. I'm just pitching in.
No. Sure, you can pitch your argument. I want this one at a time. Okay, so you're done. You're fucked. Like, you got striked. That's it, right? You're gonna sideline that, right? Can you answer that? Are you gonna sideline now, or do you have any other arguments?
I'm confused. I don't understand why you think that like
Do
only
you
one
have
person
any
can
other
speak about an
arguments to make,
argument.
or are you going to give it over?
I
to the other
myself
person?
am not going to give an argument right now. He
Okay,
has
so
an
you don't
argument.
have
I'm
any
letting him
arguments.
take
Okay, thank
At the
you,
moment, yes.
thank you.
At the
Okay,
moment,
Gios,
sure.
go ahead. What's your argument?
Yeah, so within the number 2 rule you posted, where does it say that you can't make any criticisms of what would you define pedophilia as?
Nobody brought up criticism. People were saying that. Look, I'm gonna say this one more time, right? I'm not gonna repeat it. Okay, so in TOS, right, the community guidelines, you cannot use like religious affiliations to attack a person's character. So
Well,
pedophilia
that's one-
has a generally fucking negative connotation. So if I use the fact that this guy's a pedophile, or my bad, if I use the fact that this guy has religious affiliations, and then I say, okay, he's a pedophile based upon his religious affiliations, that's an attack on his character based upon his religious affiliations, okay? That's a break of community guidelines. That's what the Discord TOS says.
Okay, I understand that, Jay. What I'm asking is, why is pedophilia here necessarily negative, and why are you assuming that Faxed is using it to be negative and insinuate?
Okay, because it's the most common.
No, let me finish.
You just asked me a question. You just asked me a question.
I'm not done with the question. To use
You're
some
not
slur,
okay. All right, continue.
against Jamal.
What'd you say?
Why are you assuming that he's using it in a negative connotation as a slur against Jamal?
Okay, it doesn't matter if he's using it in a negative connotation or not. Okay,
yes,
for one, you're using connotation not like improperly. You're talking about a denotation, right? So if he's not using a negative denotation, sure, that's fine. But the general connotation is. So if I like, trust me, this is not gonna work for you, right? If I'm like this guy, right? Let's say I have like 1 mil subs or some shit, and then I go and I attack Ninja, and I say he like sexually assaulted a 5-year-old, okay? That he can defame me, right? But then I can say, oh wait, it's not negatively denotative, right? That doesn't matter about the denotation, right? The connotation's still there. So connotatively, it is an attack on somebody's character. If you don't think it's connotatively an attack on somebody's character, then we can make a poll. If you want, we can make a poll right now instead of you just arguing random shit because you can't say facts. We can make a poll right now. We can ask the whole server. You can ask them, is pedophilia generally accepted to be wrong? And I guarantee you, the only way you would ever win that vote is if somebody just wanted to meme. Nobody generally thinks that.
The issue is, in what way can pedophilia have a positive connotation?
So yeah, let me get to what I'm saying.
It can. No. I'm not gonna let Timmy speak that argument. Wait, it can, Timmy. It can, but not here. Not here.
Yeah.
If you want to contest. Yeah, if you want to contest this point, then make a poll right now and ask the server, is pedophilia generally accepted to be good? Ask them that.
Sorry, go ahead. So what I'm trying to get at here is that you're taking the general connotation of facts using a word and attribute. Okay, let me ask you this before I even continue down that line. Does the Prophet Muhammad appeal to pedophilia in the Quran?
Does he appeal to pedophilia? I don't think that matters. That's an irrelevant question.
If you don't want to answer, that's fine. The answer is yes, and I'll show you. Do you believe me, or do I need to?
I don't care. It's not relevant. The point is that not all Muslims are pedophiles. Holy shit.
So yeah, let me show you why.
I don't care. This is a tangent.
I believe it's relevant. I will show evidence why.
Okay. Do you want to ask Aeroflame since he's the judge? Is it relevant Is it relevant if they support pedophilia? Like that? That's
what's the relevance of this? Just tell me what the relevance is right now, and I'll decide if it's relevant or not.
Essentially, what I'm trying to get across is in the Quran, the Prophet Muhammad, he has a pedophilic marriage. But at the same time, the people of Islam worship the Prophet Muhammad. He quite literally has reverence by the Islamic
That's
nation.
cool.
Okay, now what does that have to do with every Muslim being a pedophile? Why do those two thoughts connect?
So one, I don't think that's what facts claim. And then
that's what Jade's asking you. That's why Jade got frustrated, because his question was, how is this relevant to all of them being pedophiles? So you need to answer that question with that as your evidence. So Jade, go ahead, you can engage him now. Answer Jade's next question.
Sure.
Okay, so I just want your general explanation for this, and I guess you're just trying to make this weird argument, because I guess like you've never like won or something against me, so you want to like use these weird arguments that nobody's gonna agree with. But okay, so when I say premise 1, because this argument isn't even fucking valid, but I'm gonna follow it, right? Premise 1, and you can post this, we can go through it verbatim if you want. Premise 1, Prophet Muhammad is a fucking pedophile. That's his first premise. Premise 2, he had one premise or some shit, but it was essentially, it didn't say like premise 1, he's a pedophile, premise 2, it just instantly led to Jamal is a pedophile. But if you want to go through it verbatim, so I'm not mistaken, you can post it. Just
I posted the scans and calcs.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, hold on. Where is it? What'd you say?
Yeah.
I posted it in scans and calcs.
Yeah, premise 1. Muslims look up to Muhammad and his teaching. Jamal is a Muslim. Jamal is a pedophile. Okay, so he's saying that since Muslims, right? Because he didn't even acknowledge. He didn't even say, okay, Jamal is a Muslim. Like he looks up to this. He just said he's a Muslim, right? So that's implicitly saying that all Muslims are pedophiles. If he's not even saying that Jamal looks up to it. He's just saying he's a Muslim. So that implicitly is saying that every Muslim is a pedophile.
Amos is echoing, by the way.
What I'm trying to get across is this is an incomplete syllogism. It's not facts. It's not facts argument in its entirety.
It doesn't matter.
I agree. I said it was invalid. It's retarded. But like,
yeah,
it doesn't change anything, right? The point is just that it still says this implicitly. This is what he was trying to imply. I think everybody would fucking agree with that. If you're trying to contest that, then you're just not. Or you're actually not going to get anywhere. You can use this argument of, oh, okay, how can you interpret the implication? If you want to do that edgy shit, sure, but I doubt that's going to work for you if you go into what Ara's saying. Ara's not going to just let that slide or anything. He's not going to let somebody just do that. Okay, well, you're presupposing that you can interpret implications validly. No, that's not going to work. Do that in a court. It's not going to work.
So what I'm saying is there's justification for this joke. It's a joke based on truth.
It's still doesn't. Even if that is the case, even if that was the case, it still doesn't support your case. It's still complete violation of TOS.
Okay.
If I jokingly go and I say that,
what if I could show that it was an informative statement instead of
yo.
That
No, but it's not your fucking turn, bro. You got beat up.
and wait, hold up. But the issue here is, right? Even if we throw that out the window, right? Discord's guidelines. Another one is, right? You may not use Discord for the organization, promotion, or support of violent extremism, right? By Faxed making his name Faxed Islamophobic, right? He's directly promoting Islamophobic behavior, which is by definition an extremist view. It's an extremist sect towards Muslim that hate crime, discrimination, and so it's still a broken breach of TOS.
Wait, I hate to interject, Timius, but I hate to interject, but hold on. Because I saw Faxed earlier claiming that we were lying and bringing stuff out of context. Why don't you call him up so he can say? Because he's definitely he might do a better job than Mock or you.
No, because let him say vouch that Faxed changed his names to Faxed is Islamophobic.
Yeah, but he's saying we're lying and bringing stuff out of context. So I just want to know what do we bring out out of context?
Yeah, Faxed here.
Look at TOS.
What did you even say?
Yep, it's in scans and wait, who keeps deleting it?
The extremist one you brought up.
Oh yeah, it's right here. If you go on scans and if you check number 11, it directly stops people from using a Discord as a platform to promote an extremist behavior. Islamophobia, by definition, is violent extremism. It's hate crime. What? You don't think Islamophobic is violent behavior towards Muslims? I can bring you definitions of it.
No, my defendant was using it in the context of being fearful, that this was a fearful practice in the sense of pedophilia.
Nobody cares, bro. It's still connotatively like a break of fucking terms of service. Like, I don't care if it's denotatively not. It's connotatively. Well, no, that's all that matters.
Jay, that would mean it's non-violent. Being fearful is not being violent.
It's still okay. So it's connotatively breaking TOS, which I'm going to slide. I'm just going to say that it's not violent. Nobody cares. It's still a break of TOS. Whether or not you think he meant it denotatively, it's still connotatively there. So it doesn't matter.
Here, let me give you a definition for. You said you were using.
Bro. Just respond to me. Don't fucking define some term that you didn't even say. Just tell me. You don't have to do the pseudo-intellectual shit.
Islamophobic. It's fear. That's what's going on.
But nobody cares, dude. It's still he's saying.
Hold up.
Yeah, but he's saying implicitly, this is what he's saying. All right, I already went over it. I told you how to break up TOS. Yeah, then he tried to make the
that's what it means.
Denotatively, and then I said I told you that doesn't matter because it's connotative.
I would disagree with connotative versus speaker meaning.
What did you? I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter if it's denotative, connotatively. If it's either one, it's gone. It's gone. Like again, if I go in and I have 1 million subs or something, and I go in, I'm like, yo, Ninja's a pedophile, and then I say, well,
Well,
pedophile, denotative. Wait. If since I'm like defaming him, right? But then I say, okay, well, I'm not actually defaming you because when I say pedophile, denotatively, I mean it to be a really good person, right? Like that's not going to lead me anywhere. The point is that it's hurting him connotatively. It's a hate crime. So what's your response to that?
What were you guys bringing? Okay, I thought you were bringing Faxed.
I mean, I don't know where he is.
He's claiming we're lying, so I just want to know what we're specifically lying about here.
I'd like to know.
Yeah, he's a part of his own defense team.
What did you guys say that was potentially untrue?
I don't. Holy fuck! He's saying that we're lying. Let him talk.
Yeah, but
I'd
Go
assume
ahead,
in general.
Okay, so when I said you were lying, I was talking to Valor, right? Valor like posted this image and said, "I'm about to get racist."
Okay, so is what we said true?
Okay, yes. What part?
Yes.
Which?
What is it?
Post it again.
What? What? I'm asking you. What did he say?
Is anything we said a lie?
Let's see.
Well, you know,
from my knowledge.
Okay, maybe not necessarily a lie. Just a falsehood, though.
Like,
from
did
my
we
knowledge,
misconstrue or?
like, I mean.
Do you want to know the reason I posted?
Yo,
that?
Yeah.
Back up.
Pretty much all like the scan.
Okay, so the reason I posted that
so, like,
scan
wait,
was just
all
to
the
confirm-
things he,
No,
Wait, Valor, wait, Valor.
Let the nigga speak.
Stop.
Run.
Yeah,
Stop. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Alright.
Alright.
Faxed. Is there
Okay,
any falsehood
so-
we told?
I mean, everything you said, I said. I'm pretty sure I said, and I think you, like, sent the screenshots of me saying it.
Okay, so, alright. So, did you mean it or no?
You cut out.
Okay, so your guy here is saying that you didn't mean this stuff connotatively. Is that true or is that false?
What do you mean by connotatively?
Okay, so connotatively is like the vibe, right? It's like the vibe of a word, and then denotatively is like the dictionary definition, right? So when you say Jamal's a pedophile, right? He's saying that you maybe didn't mean it in a negative denotation, or you didn't mean it in a negative connotation, but that's a like he's talking about denotations. But I'm saying, right, because he's like objected again, and he said it's not necessarily negative connotatively. So I want to ask you, what did you mean when you said that he was a pedophile?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I just like said it. I don't really think I like.
You meant it in a negative connotation, though.
Why are you like saying that? I don't. What?
You did. So wait, you didn't.
I don't know. I was just making a joke. I wasn't thinking about it. I just said it.
So you didn't. So you don't even know. You don't even know
No,
if it's
I
bad or
wasn't.
good.
I
So
was
you don't
joking.
even.
I
So you
wasn't
don't
paying
even know.
attention.
Wait. So you don't even know.
Oh
So
my
you don't
God.
even know. Right. So you don't even know.
Hmm?
Yeah. Oh my God. So you don't even know if it's good or if it's bad. You're just saying it. You didn't have any ulterior denotation or connotation in your head. You were just saying that, right? So whatever Gios said is whatever. No. Whatever Gios said is out of the window because he's saying you had an ulterior connotative. Wait.
Okay.
Whatever Gios is saying is out of the window because he's saying that you had an ulterior connotative or denotative meaning.
Let me
Is
disagree.
out. Wait, whatever. Holy fuck, you autist! Shut the fuck up. Okay, so whatever he said is gone. It doesn't matter anymore, right? This is all that matters now. You don't even know. You don't even know what you meant. So you saying that generally, I'm gonna ask you a question. I want you to be honest. And if you're gonna lie, you're gonna be like, I don't know. Then I'm just gonna get somebody to make a poll. All right, I don't want to do that because it's gonna be bad for you. But let me know right now. Do you think the word pedophile has a generally negative connotation?
Let me think.
Yeah.
Sir?
This is gonna be bad.
Sex.
Just be honest. Don't try.
Shut up, Jay. If he says no, then it's just
Yeah.
fucked because I'm just gonna make a poll.
I
Jump,
think
to be
it
honest.
does.
Okay.
So yes.
A negative connotation. It's so okay. You made a hate crime. That's what it is. That's it.
Alright, yeah. So Gisking was presenting a position that Fax himself never held to begin with. So Gis, where did you get your view that Fax didn't mean it in a negative connotation from.
Yes.
If Fax himself said he doesn't know what he meant it, and the nigga's clueless.
So if he doesn't know what connotation he's taking, why are you assuming it's a negative?
It's what's taken generally.
Yeah, generally. That's fine.
Yeah,
If he said,
'cause that's what Discord does. Discord doesn't give a shit if what's the connotation is. It's by what's apparent.
wait, why are you saying that?
Honestly, to me, I don't think we have to continue for very longer. Like, I think that we can probably end it now.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna make my conclusion.
Wait.
Timmy, so what's your question?
Why do you say Discord doesn't care for connotation?
Because wait, hold on. He didn't. I don't think he took it the way he meant it. The way he. What Timaeus means. Wait, what Timaeus means, at least from my interpretation, is him saying that simply is like playing like Monsters Inc. in the background.
Yeah.
So, look, what Timaeus said, right? What Timaeus said. All I think from at least what I can get. He's just simply saying that it doesn't matter if you're like. I think he meant denotative, so it doesn't matter if you mean like a denotation is in. Wait. I don't care if what he said. I think this is what he means because I don't think that he used the word connotation properly. When Timaeus says denotate or connotation, he's probably referring to denotation. So Discord doesn't give a fuck if you're talking like, okay, but my denotation of pedophile is a really good person, right? He's probably talking about the general vibe, and the general vibe is a negative one. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so you're saying because it has a general denotation that it should be taken without any context?
Are you okay? Who the fuck cares? It's a break of TOS. What are you talking about? Here's what I'm saying, right? If let's say I report a nigga that openly admitted to being a pedophile, right? Is Discord gonna send me a request saying, what did this man mean by pedophile? Was it positive or negative? No, the nigga's gonna get instantly banned.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, sure.
When you guys when you use pedophile, and especially in a modern sense, what you also entail is legality. The reason Discord doesn't take this on is because it's a legal issue for them. They will get sued if they allow pedophiles onto their platform, as well as any other context. The one you used, Jay, with Ninja.
Who the fuck cares?
Wait. Can I ask a question to the defense?
Sure.
To Geoff. Do you think there's a good kind of pedophile? That's all I want to know.
No. What I'm saying is you can't infer or you can't explicitly.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Do I think there's a good one? No.
Okay.
That's it then. What's the issue here then?
Okay. I do believe
if there is a if. No, but if the
just to seal it even more. Wait, Timaeus, just to seal it even more. Yo, bring up Faxed again. Faxed. So okay, look again. This is not gonna go good. This is not gonna go good for you if this goes the other way. Look. Do you think the general denotation, like the normative here for pedophile, is negative? So. One, it's already going to go to the polls. If you want to try that, we can do that. If not, we can go with this, and it's just not going to work by arrow. And you're just going to be lying. Okay, so do you think that the general... Shut the fuck up. Do you think that the general denotate... I was speaking! Shut the fuck up. Do you think that the general denotation for pedophile is negative?
Let's see. I'm thinking about it.
It's not a hard question.
Come on, you got this.
It's a definition, nigga. Come on.
Could be, I guess.
Could be. Okay, cool. That's not my answer to that's not like the question here, right? The question is it?
He's basically asking, is the literal meaning of definition a bad thing? Definition of a pedophile.
Like, is pedophile okay? Connotatively, right? Like the dictionary. Usually, when the dictionary is talking about the word, usually the definition's not going to be positive, right?
I don't know. It could be. I guess I don't know.
Okay, good. We're going to the polls then. This is going to be easy. Yeah. Somebody make a poll. Yeah, somebody make a poll. Literally, is is the general definition, because I'm muted,
This is
so I was like
unnecessary.
talking to that retard ASAP.
Yeah, while they're doing
Right.
that, can I
So
ask a question?
is the general shut the fuck up? Is the general denotation negative for pedophile?
Sure. Judge, can I ask the defendant a question?
You
Okay. Well, I mean, they're doing the poll regardless. But so Faxed, the general definition or denotation that they're giving is of a negative sense for the word pedophile. Do you believe or do you inherently mean it in a negative sense when you call Jamal a pedophile?
Repeat that, please.
Twitter.
It
doesn't matter if it's an
Okay. Wait.
quality.
What happened, Chaos?
What the prosecution has brought forward is that you arbitrarily or you meant it in a general sense that there's a denotation to the word pedophile when you use it against Jamal. Would you say that you had a negative intent when you tried to when you called him essentially a pedophile?
I had negative intent.
Yes.
Let's see. What do you mean by like negative intent? Like intent to harm him?
Yes, in an attack essentially.
No, I don't. No, I didn't want to attack him. I didn't want to attack him.
That's irrelevant. That doesn't stop
you're
using.
interrupting him answer.
wait. That he can make a what's it called? An objection on relevance. What's the relevance of this, Gios?
What I'm saying is that the general sense is not what's meant here.
Okay, can I speak?
Okay.
What I'm trying to
Okay, wait, but this is just motivated reasoning. This is a fallacy. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter if he had a motive when killing. It like fucking derives him of whatever thing he did. He still did it. So it doesn't matter whether Discord knows that was his motive or not. It's still a hate crime. It doesn't matter if I shot somebody by accident or I did it on purpose. It's still a murder.
So Jade, no, you're actually wrong. The difference is if you end up killing someone by accident, it would be manslaughter, not murder. So yes, there is a difference.
That's what I just said. That's what I literally
just
said.
You said
I literally
murder.
just told you that okay, it's at least a killing.
You said murder, no, that's wrong.
And then I corrected myself, you fucking autist.
Sure, whatever you meant, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Look, I'm done. I'm done here. I rest my case. I'm done. There's literally no further argument.
Your Honor.
Just overkill.
He's defended already. Yeah, he's defended already.
May I present something else before we go into closing statement?
Absolutely.
Bet.
Now, do or do not? Does the defendant? Don't they get to know the charges that they are being prosecuted for before?
What the fuck is this? Who cares? Obviously, sure.
Yes, but before the trial started, I made sure that the charges were announced. So.
Yes. And what were those charges again?
He's being accused of Islamophobia.
Yes, Islamophobia. So, would Islamophobia breaking TOS and TOS being in the rules, therefore he should be banned with not be an extrapolation onto the original premise?
Well, being that I'm the judge, you're going to be judged by the jury whether you're guilty or innocent, and then based on that, me being the judge, I'm going to be the one who hands down the punishment. So they may say that their end goal is to be banned, to get him banned, but ultimately I'm the one who hands down the sentence based on how I feel these things happen.
Yeah, as well as
yes,
that,
but if they changed the premise after we came in, then that would be an ambiguity fallacy.
The premise is still that he's Islamophobe.
Yeah. You can I explain the premise to him since he's just being a retard?
I don't think you know what the premise is. Yeah.
I think he understands. Okay, the point is that we want him banned. That is our motive. Okay, so we're using the fact that he's Islamophobic. Okay, or he made an Islamophobic comment at the very least, and that is against Discord TOS. So since we already demonstrated that he said something Islamophobic, right? This whole thing is about if he's Islamophobic, right? If you want to just dismiss the whole TOS thing, sure, we can forget about the whole TOS argument, right? But that does not matter. That's not going to disappear from the mods vote. That's not going to disappear from Arrow's head. That doesn't mean anything, right? The point is we still proved it. The point is that we still prove that he's Islamophobic. Therefore, he's going to get banned because that's what they want to do if he's breaking TOS.
Judge, here would we be appealing to the server's rules if we get banned from the server, or would TOS trump that?
TOS is the
I did
TOS
not
has,
hear him.
but
Well,
I'm pretty sure
Judge,
TOS has. I'm pretty sure TOS by default has to be applied to all servers. You can't. Server rules don't go above TOS.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Or
Like, so
your
I have
server
to.
gets,
But we
yeah,
are not
or
the
the server
enforcers
itself.
of TOS rules.
Yes, but the issue here is right. If your server allows specific rulings that are against TOS, your server itself can get negged through TOS. Like if you have a neo-Nazi server that promotes neo-Nazi tensions and ideologies, the whole server will get banned through TOS. So
Yeah. So by default, we have to do something about it. I'm sorry.
apply TOS. Yeah, your server has to by default be consistent with what TOS is saying. Because when you create a server, you have to agree to TOS anyway. That's the terms of agreements when you make a Discord account itself.
All right. So do you guys want to make your closing arguments?
Wait, I have one more question. What's the punishment by and through TOS for these breaking their guidelines?
It's
termination. It's termination.
Yeah.
It's direct termination of the account.
Sure. Okay. So
But-
would we be following TOS in that case?
I mean, we can't really, unless someone really reports him, knowing he can really terminate his account. But you guys can apply server punishment and just ban him from the server, I guess.
Rada. None of this matters, okay? Because you
Yeah.
broke a rule. You're breaking the rule. You broke Rule 15. So that means that you have to be punished. So I'm gonna decide the punishment. Okay, I'm not. I can't Thanos snap you out of existence like I'm a Discord moderator, but something has to be done. All right.
Yeah, there has to be a
So,
punishment.
so I don't want to hear any more about this terms of service garbage. Make your closing arguments, and we will have you'll get a jury of your peers.
Make your arguments, niggas.
Mark.
Why me? I hate you. Alright, fine. So if this is deemed as Islamophobic and we are going by TOS, then well, I really can't do anything about it. But if this is deemed because of consistency's sake, then pretty much everyone else in the server would also have to be banned under these rules that we would set in place here today.
Nobody
Yeah, that
cares.
doesn't matter.
Stop. He can't interrupt him during his closing argument. Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, my bad.
That was pretty much it. I mean, if we do ban Faxed over this, then we would have to ban everyone else. And I mean, if that's okay and that is what we decide on, then I really can't stop anything.
Okay. Team Jade, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk for a little bit, and then I'm gonna let Timmy's do the rest of it because I've been talking for most of this anyways. Okay, so for one, right, the issue that I have with all of this is just that, like, when I say, you know, this is consistent or this is inconsistent at the start of this trial, we already talked about it, and the issue was just that, like, if I get reported, right, if I get reported for like harassment, you don't even get banned for harassment or anything like that, right? If you want to make the argument that fucking, you know, this guy, you know, he's gonna get banned or whatever, or like so then everybody should be banned, right? That's cool and all, but like that just doesn't like absolve him of anything, right? So if the server wants to acknowledge him for doing this and not acknowledge everybody else, that's on them, right? They can do that. I'm not saying it's consistent or it's a good decision or anything, but I'm just saying he broke TOS, he should be banned. Whoever did whatever, they can also be banned or whatever the fuck. But that's not on us, right? That doesn't matter. For two, if you do harassment, because most people don't do what he did. All like we did, or all that most people do in the server, they just say like slurs, right? But they don't mean them generally in a bad sense, denotatively and connotatively. So it doesn't really matter, because if you get reported for something like that, and which 9 times out of 10 you're not going to get reported, if you do, Discord won't even terminate your account. They actually just send you a message. They'll be like, yo, chill, okay? So every other argument's fucking irrelevant. It's generally connotatively bad. Set up some lights, dude, but I'm tired. Timmy's can take over the conclusion, but I have to do shit in a second.
I mean, there isn't really much to say. As Jade said, the inconsistency of the server applying this punishment to everyone else doesn't negate the fact that Faxed at the end of the day did break 2OS. But the fact that the owner is not consistent of punishment doesn't negate the conclusion at all. And with the issue with one of his clients arguing that there wasn't a negative connotation to what Fax said, it's directly contradicted by Fax himself saying that he didn't have any idea what the connotation was. And at the end of the day, his client also agreed that the term pedophile cannot have a negative denotation at all. So really trying to argue from the actual connotation of the word, it doesn't really support the client at all. So we proved through 2OS it is a direct breach, and that Fax should be given punishment for what he did, and the punishment should be on what Arrow is saying.
All right, someone start a poll about the.
I will.
Okay, start the poll about whether he's guilty or innocent. Mods, are you here? Admins, are you here?
Yeah, I'll do it real quick.
Why the fuck is Deity even like trying?
Hold on,
no more talking in general. No more talking in general. I need a clear chat. I need a clear chat. Go to forbidden poll. Thumbs up is guilty. Thumbs down is not guilty.
That was a pretty shit poll, whoever made that.
Whoever's reacting to Deity's poll, it doesn't even count. Like...
Yeah, people have
go to the one server updates.
Yeah, alright, that's probably better, yeah.
Oh, look, I'm just saying, there's no need for your vote. Like, it's obvious he's gonna get fucked. But
every call for a vote, we have to agree to it.
And one more minute, I will pass my judgment.
Okay.
5:35.
Here, I'll take away my vote. I'll say that he's not guilty. Just for
Jake, relax.
There you go. Come on. You got this. I like how people are saying I dox people or something.
I hope they.
I literally have never doxed. Wait, so before this, because now we need Arrow's judgment. Because look, there's not going to be fucking a surge of like 20 people. But Arrow, what's your judgment?
All right, it's 5:35. All right. Faxed. I would now like to judge you as guilty of the crime of Islamophobia, and as such breaking the Discord terms of service. If everyone will please in general, I would like to use the power vested in me, the Infinity Stones themselves, through David. David, I would now need you to ban Fax. He's been snapped out of existence.
I can't fucking find him.
No, Fax!
Animax, I see you here. Ban him, Animax, I see you in here.
Yo, this chat big as shit, my nigga.
Alright, Jamal, now you get banned for calling Amos a slave, right?
Yo, Mark, why were you
That would
defending
be a separate trial.
I honestly didn't even know what the charges were, and I was just arguing whatever Fax came to me.
Okay, whatever.
Okay,
hold up. Before I have to fly away. Hold up. Can you move to a DM call right now?
Wait, hold up. Jamal called Amos a slave?
He called him a.
So, Mark, let's go to Fax server real quick.